black-tailed jackrabbit makes a perfect prize for a bird of prey. A plump hare will keep the raptor content for days, but they are no picnic to catch. Blacktails are the third largest North American hare, weighing up to 14 pounds. They can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. Some can spring 20 feet in a single bound. But the hawk is not without its own advantages. With bone-crushing talons, sharp beak, and high speed, the raptor presents a formidable challenge to the jacks. Combined with the intelligence and technology of the falconer, man and hawk together become a more efficient hunter. The hawk stays perched to the falconer's glove. Then, it takes flight and engages in a battle of life and death. The origin of falconry has been traced back to Central Asia over 4,000 years ago. For centuries, eagle falconers rode horses and camels. Recently, the sport has evolved to include the use of modern technology, such as motorcycles with sidecars and four-wheel drive vehicles equipped with spotlights. As with many ancient practices that undergo modern interpretation, there are those who feel such changes muddy the rich tradition of falconry. However, there are many who support progression in the sport.
It is so rich in its history. It goes back so far, and like I said, I believe to the beginnings of man. So I love it, and so rewarding and so challenging that you never get to where you feel like you're expert or that you got it all figured out. There's always new adventures to have and new lessons to learn.
For many years, the name Gary Brewer has been synonymous with red-tailed hawks and squirrel hawking. A longtime friend of the Texas Hawking Association, Gary is the author of Bootios and Bushy Tails, the definitive text on squirrel hawking. Gary has flown a variety of falconry birds, but has spent the last several decades concentrating on red-tails, with his principal quarry being squirrels in the East Texas woods.
A lot of my techniques I picked up from people with less experience than me. You know, because they didn't get the memo. Can't do that. People like Titus, you know. Well, at the time, when I got into falconry, the red tail had only been utilized for maybe a little over a decade, if that. You know, the red tail was not proven, really, at that time. Their assessment of the red tail and its value as a falconry bird was very low. Very low. Typically, I, in one book, said a fat, slow, lazy bird not suitable for falconry. That was the description. That's word for word. I gave that book away when I discovered what red tails were really capable of to somebody who was not a falconer and asked them to please not return it. You know? And I knew I had my answer. This is where I was going to have to go. But I knew that it was not going to go over very well. But you know what? I wasn't practicing falconry for them. This was my personal falconry experience. And I can tell you right now, if you're a hunter, this goes across lines. Success is a hell of a lot better than failure. Now, a guy that's got a good head on his shoulders, that has a good foundational understanding of how these raptors think, and goes at it to improve his own falconry, he's liable to be innovative at some point. And Titus had a situation where he didn't have daylight hours. Apparently neither did the game. But he had to do something if he was going to continue practicing falconry. And this thought came into his mind. You know, he'll hunt them at night when they're out and when he has the time. And then he was faced with the challenge of making that happen, of going against the grain as far as the birds he was using were diurnal. I mean, they were daytime animals. He was going to attempt to hunt a nocturnal animal with a diurnal animal at night. And so what I saw when I got there is if anybody's got an advantage, it's the jackrabbit. Because they are nocturnal animals. They know every square inch of their territory. They know where the escape structure is. They're fast as greased lightning and they kick like a mule. It's just like in the daytime, except it's at night when the rabbits are out. After I saw it, I had a whole different opinion of what he was doing, and I became fascinated with it and amazed.
You want to say anything, Pandora? Want to say anything? You weren't letting that jack get away, were you? We hunt at night.
Although falconry birds hunt naturally during the day, flying the raptors at night, with the aid of a utility task vehicle, provides a unique set of advantages.
As a general rule, hunting at night allows you to hunt the hawks at a higher weight than they would in the daytime because there's no distractions.
As the birds fly at a higher weight, they become stronger and more confident in their ability to overpower their prey.
And that allows for the hawks to hunt at a healthier weight.
A higher weight, together with a regular flying schedule, promotes a physically and psychologically healthier hawk.
They'll have better ability to recover from injuries, bumps, bruises, kicks, scratches, better resistance to any type of diseases that may come their way because they're a little bit heavier and they feel a little bit stronger. They have a lot more confidence because they feel good. that? Did you see that? Whoa, baby, get him, girl. Get on him.
When flying the hawk from the UTV, the kill site can be reached almost immediately. This gives the falconer time to intervene should the hawk bind a dangerous or unwanted prey or attract the attention of native predators.
Get him, girl. There's one, girl. Let's get down. Get him, girl.
With more ground covered and more focus for the raptor, the falconer is able to multiply the number of slips. In falconry, a slip is an attempt at prey by the falconer releasing or letting slip the strings tethered to the hawk's feet. With this leash, the hawk is unable to fly away so long as the falconer holds on. The hawk is limited to quarry in the lighted area. As hawks naturally hunt during the day, their eyes are not accustomed to darkness. For this reason, a flight can be brought to an end by shutting off the lights. The hawk will not pursue what it cannot see.
Get him, girl. Get him, girl. Right there. Get him, girl. Get him, girl. Get him.
The falconer's mode of transportation does not make the quarry any less evasive, nor less powerful once engaged in a ground battle.
Oh, baby! I think that one does have a hole with him. Get them out. Good. We hunt the black-tailed jackrabbit, and the black-tailed jackrabbit is a nocturnal hare and feels exposed when it's out in the field eating.
You know, jackrabbits are nocturnal. And so you can get out there during the daytime, you might walk a mile and bust 2 or 3 jackrabbits, you know, but at night, the rabbits are out moving around, they're feeding, and so there's a lot more opportunities.
The black-tailed jackrabbit is not frozen or blinded by the light, as you might expect. The noise of the UTV and the sudden light pursuing them kick the jacks into defensive mode. First, they try to outmaneuver the UTV. Then, once the hawk has been slipped, the jacks will attempt to dodge the incoming blow by juking at the last second. Without the jack's juking maneuver, they would be far less of a challenge to catch for the raptor. Over several hours, the hawk will hunt again and again. Flying in excess of 50 miles per hour, the hawk slams into a very muscular quarry that outweighs her as much as 3 to 1. Besides the risk of losing her prey to the surrounding darkness, the hawk must contend with powerful kicks from the resisting hare. A kick to the head or chest could prove fatal. Now, the ground battle begins. This is a risk that is undertaken every time the falconer and his bird go hunting.
Building confidence and getting in shape too. You got to fly them. You can't just, they like to fly and you got to get them working. Every week they're a little bit stronger. There's no telling what they can do. Isn't that right, Panda? And we hunt right through the molt too. There's no 3 months, 4 months sitting in a cage, getting fat. I had a good talk with the girls. I said, "You girls want to hunt, or you want to sit in that cage over there?" And they said, "No, we want to hunt." She probably said it like, "Ah!" But I can understand her. Sometimes they whisper, sometimes they're loud. My Farouj Bella caught 45 jacks in August. Most hawks are just sitting in their cage getting fat, feeling bad about the fact that they can't fly. Now we have the 5-year-old red-tail Victoria. My red-tail, 1 year, 226 jacks, 53 cottontails, but more importantly than that, 1,300 plus slips. You know how much fun that was for her? She got to chase jackrabbits more than 1,300 times in a year. Pandora's she's just barely 5 months old. Ferruginous hawk that I rescued from a nest, and she's now killed her 4th jackrabbit. I think she's going to be a really, really good hawk.
Ferruginous hawks are the largest of the North American hawks, with a wingspan of about 4.5 feet. Their size and power make them well suited for hunting larger prey. The ferruginous hawk is well regarded as a falconry bird, although not recommended for beginners due to their difficulty to handle and aggressive temperament.
She's very sweet. We go for walks, we watch TV, we ride in the truck together, we go to schools to help educate the public about raptors. Isn't that right, girl?
The falconer uses rats and mice to entice his birds into trading their prey for another. The rodents are fed a diet of the highest quality ingredients, providing a complete nutritional package for the raptors.
We do a lot of catch and release. We'll catch them. Once I get control of them, the jack, I'll trade the hawk off for a mouse for the first 3 or 4, and the last kill, we're going to trade them off for a rat.
Training the raptors to trade their prey for another allows Titus to separate the hawk from the hare before the hawk is injured.
Probably hold just 25% that they put a foot on, because there's quite a ground battle once they do make contact. And the jackrabbits outweigh them 3 to 1, and they can kick really hard, and they're strong. And then while they're eating their treat there, I'll take the jack out of light and let him go, let him run out into the field. We'll hunt him another day. Yeah, her first time out, she missed 22 times. Missed. I'm talking about missed, not even a foot on her. So we got a rabbit out, and we let her, one that didn't have as much energy, and she was able to catch that one. And we let her fight with it a little bit on the ground, a little bit of a ground battle. Then we traded her, gave her a nice rat to eat. Pandora's a good hunter. Good girl. Yeah, she's a sweetie. She's a sweetie pie.
The Eurasian eagle owl is not a common falconry bird. They are nocturnal and do not hunt as well in daylight. Their massive talons can inflict serious damage on a novice falconer. Flying at night presents a rare opportunity to train and hunt with the Eurasian eagle owl. This is Roxy. Roxy belongs to one of the largest species of owl on the planet. With a wingspan that can cover 6 feet, the eagle owl's flight is almost silent. Though for Roxy, tonight, stealth is of little concern. This unique arrangement also presents a challenge to the falconer. Unlike the hawks, Roxy can see just fine without the aid of spotlights. She will pursue her prey for miles if necessary, and the falconer must keep up. The Eurasian eagle owl have no natural predators, and as such are classified as an apex predator. Stealthy, efficient, and deadly. Night hawking allows the falconer to hunt with a magnificent species that is not normally considered suitable for falconry.
That is a freaking doornail. Good girl, Rox. Good girl, Rox. Yeah. Roxy's a good girl.
The future of any sport is set by the stepping stones and landmarks of its past. What falconry has evolved to today was built upon the innovations of its predecessors.
And for him to stay the course and get it worked out to the point that he's got it worked out today is, to me, is not only amazing, but as far as I'm concerned and the way I'm viewing it, it's a gift to falconry. And the secret to successful falconry is to find out what kind of catchable game that you have the most of, and then select the right tool for the job.
Let's go get another one, come on.
Because, you know, innovators, they don't do things to be recognized. You know, that's totally not in the picture with those who succeed in innovation.
He said she should come down more than that.
You know, and by doing that, then there's always that possibility that that innovation may also improve somebody else's falcon.
Hunting birds of prey at night from a UTV is a major advancement for the sport. But its innovators are not content with stopping there.
Oh, these are nice little rouse. Sign of comfort. Yeah.
What falconry will become is undetermined, but it is certain that the door has been opened for it to become faster, more challenging, and more rewarding.
Well, I knew you'd take a shot.
Mouse? You want a mouse? No? Want a mouse?